Shout out to everybody on the MJMG Presents app. We're here on another Monday with SHU Radio by way of MJMG Presents. And you know we never fall short. Today's interview is close to home for me. Even though it's another coast, it's close to home to me. So we're going to have a great time today. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Jump on the show immediately. But I do want to give a shout out to our big viewers overseas. I do be checking the emails, y'all. So I want to send a big shout out to everybody overseas that be sending in their questions. And their question is about how much they love the show and how much they love the interaction on the Instagram. Even though they're not on the Instagram, they're on the app. So I just want to salute them for sticking in on the show, coming in every week, supporting. Yo, Mike Paul, what's good? Yo, Tim Dog, shout out to everybody. And also, I want to send a big shout out to everybody on TikTok that's viewing us right now. I found a way to finagle this in. So they'll be stepping in today as well to check out the set. But before we even get any further with the interview and to sit down with Golden562, Long Beach's own big stepper, we are going to go into a set so you can get a feel. We're going to set the tone. And I'm not going to say this is one of my favorites because I love a lot of the music, but this is one that every time I'm in a mood to get things going, get things percolating, this one just be happen to be playing. And it just sets a tone for me. So we're going to go into Can't Tell Me Shit. That's right, in TikTok, you can't stop me for that one. Featuring Janelle. Shout it out, y'all. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is MJMG Presents SHU Radio. Let's check this one out, y'all.
SHU Studio, we get busy.
A nigga can't tell me shit. I get jiggy on that bitch. Confidence, that's my dream. Stacking chips, where's the deal? Love the way my belly sits. Big thighs, full clip. Cause I'm the one getting rich. Bossed up, never switch. I make the rules, I'm that chick. Throw it back, make it twist. VIP blowing zig. Bust down on my wrist. Whole squad get it lit. Big bougie type shit. Run the game, that's the a nigga can't
It
tell
go
me
1, 2, 3, 4, shake 'em. I don't want your nigga, but I know how to take 'em. He know who I am, so I don't gotta chase him. Got him in his feelings, I ain't even had to date him. The nigga said he get to choose, but he choosing wrong. He gon' get with the shit or I'ma make a song. Put his name in the hook, make him sing along. Turn his L into a bop, now the club on. See, I don't gotta chase clout, I just speak my truth. You was frontin' on the gram, now you missing proof. Tried to play it like a vet, but you still a youth. Now I'm popping off clean while you search for you. Now he been going off on Twitter cause that nigga bitter. He gon' leave when it get tough, he a fucking quitter. Talking loud behind the screen cause he ain't no hitter. Mad that I done leveled up, now my bag bigger. Independent queen, little nigga, don't forget that. Built it on my own, every dollar had to get that. Never needed help, I just grind and I flip that. Now I'm on they necks, every beat getting ripped flat. I ain't changing shit. I rearrange the shit. I'm on some golden shit.
A nigga can't tell me shit. I get jiggy on that bitch. Confidence, that's my dream. Stacking chips, where's the deal? Love the way my belly sits. Big thighs, full clip. Cause I'm the one getting rich. Bossed up, never switch. I make the rules, I'm that chick. Throw it back, make it twist. VIP blowing zig. Bust down on my wrist. Whole squad get it lit. Big bougie type shit. Run the game, that's the a nigga can't tell me shit.
Money first, niggas last. I am heard, don't give a damn. I deserve the dividends. Cause my word, I ain't class. Smoking earth to understand. I am heard by the man. Yeah, I spit that heat. I alert the fireman. Best of the best, big bougie type shit. And truly, I need a big booty type bitch. Big doobie, I'm lit. Give it to me, I sip. Pussy niggas wet, tell them hold my dick. If I scream, fuck the world, am I a whole times 10? You know what I meant, if you know what it means. At your throat, you pretend, you just hope, you just dream. Me and Golden on the beat, I'm the goat, she the queen. There is no in between, I'm the hole in your scheme. Diamonds in the rough like finding dope in the garden. See the good die young, they don't get rewarded. So I do what I must, and I won't beg you pardon. I ain't begging for shit, bitch. For real. I don't know what the fuck you thought this was.
A nigga can't tell me shit. I get jiggy on that bitch. Confidence, that's my dream. Stacking chips, where's the deal? Love the way my belly sits. Big thighs, full clip. Cause I'm the one getting rich. A nigga can't tell me shit.
Shout out to everybody jumping on SHU Radio by way of MJMG Presents. Without further ado, we're going to do this introduction. I want to send a shout out to everybody that's on TikTok as well as Instagram showing love. We're going to be sitting down with Golden562, Long Beach's own. the first lady of SMG. But before then, she been putting in her grind. I've watched her be on multiple platforms, putting in not only the work, but the quality of the work and the essence of the grind. She's also one of the winners of the Is It a Smash? She came in and smashed. It was a smash out the gate. Without further ado, let's bring on Golden562. Golden, what's going on with you?
Going on.
First and foremost, before I even go any further, let me start the music. I want to wish you and everybody, please help me wish Golden an extreme, super happy birthday. Happy birthday, Golden. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, Golden, let's talk. I know a little bit about, the grind and the come up, and a lot of people might not know. But let's talk about how much energy you've been putting in for music. Like, you started dedicating yourself to music how long now?
We're about to go on 2 years now.
2 years you've been putting in work. Dedicated work. Now, before those 2 years, when's the first time when you was like, yo, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be an MC. Like, I'm gonna spit some bars. How did that happen? How did you get introduced to that?
Well, music's a part of my DNA. My grandmother used to write for Barry White, and she used to sing backup for him. She had her own band and her own group of singers and writers. Same with my grandpa. So it's always been in me. My dad is a songwriter. My cousins are songwriters, singers. It's heavily in my blood. And so when I was about, I want to say 14, my little cousin said he wanted to rap, and I just was like, I could do that, and so I just did it with him. He was a little nervous, so I said, I'll do it with you. And my brother used to write our raps in the beginning because he said we sucked, but that kind of fueled me, and I was like, I got to get better. So that's really how it started.
Gotcha. Instagram is saying, could we hear you a little bit louder, just a little bit louder? I hear you pretty good, but it's probably there we go. So now the name, I gotta ask. I know where the 562 come from. You know what I'm saying? But some people might not know. But could we talk about, like, when you was solidifying yourself as MC? You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to say female MC. And when you was solidifying yourself as an MC, was that the first? Was that the first name?
It was not the first name at all. Not at all. Landslide, it was not the first name.
How did you transition into Golden?
So I first started as, I know this sounds so random and so weird, but I started as Qatar. Why? I don't really know, but my brother gave me the name, and like it means like you were ill, you were dope, you were sick. So that's why I liked it. I'm like, all right, and it's different. It doesn't sound like any other name, so why not, right?
True
and
indeed.
then I transitioned into Miss Dimples, obvious reasons. And that was really just like self-made. I felt like it was like sophisticated, classy, bougie, you know. I've always been on my big bougie type stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that was going for a while, and I did that with my little cousin who was named Young Idol at that time. And those were just names we just kind of grew into. We just felt like those names described us as artists, as people at that time in our lives. And then I eventually stopped music because I was signed before a very long time ago, you guys, very long time ago. And once I got to high school and it was time for me to graduate, they gave me a choice, like, did I want to just keep doing music, or did I actually want to go to college and like experience, educational. And I actually chose school. I didn't want to do music anymore. I wanted to do school.
Nice. I get it.
It would have been long. So as I was in school, I did dancing and acting and singing too. So a lot of y'all don't know. I do know how to sing. Um, and then I kind of developed golden. Everyone thought like, oh, your skin complexion's like gold, and you're always a vibrant person to be around. Like you're nice, you're bubbly. So that's where golden came about, and that one kind of stuck to me. I feel like at that time in college, I was learning who I was. I was learning what I wanted to do, who I wanted to be in the future. And Golden stuck with me. And so everyone calls me Golden. So I said, this is the name.
That's the name. And that name is suiting and it fits. I'm love that's the name. I love that's the name. Now you mentioned having a deal before. Could you share a little bit about that experience? Some of the things you learned during that stage of having a deal, especially early on, as an artist.
Oh, yeah. It was a really cool deal. It was definitely one of those deals where they pay for everything, they do everything for you. You're just an artist, you're not really learning the business. So really, all I could really learn at that time was just being an artist and learning how to write my music. But I was able to learn a lot of that through the experiences they provided for me. So I was working with Grammy nominated engineers, and they taught me how to structure my songs, how to layer my vocals, how to stack everything, make everything sound good, how to hit my highs and lows, my ins and outs, and make the ins and outs make sense. And so I learned a lot of the basics of music in that time. I did get to open for the Yin Yang Twins, which sounds very crazy because we were super young, but I did open for the Yin Yang Twins in Scottsdale, Arizona. And that was a fun experience, being 15 in the club, thinking I get to sneak in a drink, which I definitely did not get any drink at all. They definitely put the biggest black X on my hand, and it was embarrassing. It was a learning experience. I got the full experience of, a label buying me everything, providing me with everything, which I actually realized I didn't really like. I didn't want to be provided. I didn't want everything to be handed to me. I actually wanted to work for it. I wanted to be in the mix of everything. I want to learn the business so that I could be the best I could be in the business.
And your work ethic actually shows a lot of that, like learning and developing. Now you
Oh,
mentioned
yeah.
you mentioned there was a period from after that you was like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to school. And then you did school, and when you get out, how difficult was the transition back into music, from going to a place where you were signed and now you're figuring it out and basically on your own?
It really was a mental struggle. More so like as I knew like music was changing, I knew the type of music I made was changing. People were doing more like freestyles off the dome, mumble rap, whatever they want to call it. Like they were doing different types of things like that. So I was a little nervous. I was like, dang, my style is not going to be like received at all. And I mean, don't get me wrong, you guys know I'm very confident, but even then, so I still had doubts about like, no one's gonna listen to me because I'm a big girl. Like, no one's gonna listen, no one's gonna pay attention because I'm not gonna bend the corners in my morals just to make myself. Sorry, y'all. There we go.
You're good.
Not to make, I'm not gonna make myself something I'm not.
No, I get that. I get that.
And that's really in that time that was really the struggle. And then I just eventually at that time I met my boyfriend, and my boyfriend inspired me to get back into music because he's a rapper. So he would always be going to the studio, doing music videos and stuff like that. And so I was around it all the time anyways. And it just was like, let me get in and do it.
Let me just knock this out. Let me get it done.
And I was like, let me just do it. And so
So how
let
how
me,
how challenging was it when, as an artist we always face some type of roadblocks. Now with the fears and the concerns that you already had, when you did face those roadblocks, how did you overcome them?
Um, I just remembered my worth and like the talent that I have, and I just kept researching and finding other ways to do it, finding how other people did it, and just stayed true to who I was no matter what. And it just, after a while, my confidence grew, and I just said, you know what, they may not like it, but I'm gonna show them anyways. And that's pretty much how I just conquered through a lot of it to get back to it.
I respect that. I respect that. Now, did you always have the support of people around you, or was there some doubts and naysayers around you?
There's always doubters,
There's always
naysayers.
doubts, right?
There's always doubters. I don't know. I'm not one of those people who get really bothered by doubters and haters. Uh, it fuels me. If you doubt me, then I work harder to make sure I prove you wrong. If you say I can't do something, I'm gonna show you that I could do it. Just because you said it. I got a weird thing with like being challenged. So if you challenge me, I gotta show you. So a lot of times they fuel me. So if you wonder why a lot of my songs I be mentioning haters, that's why.
That's why. You always got to take those moments for inspiration and push to your drive.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it took me a while to even use it as inspiration to make music. And now that I've like unlocked that level of confidence and you know value and worth of myself, now I'm like all bets are off.
That's
You
right.
mess, I'm gonna
I,
make a song.
I like how you worded that. Unlock, like how I unlock. Like it was always there. I just had to unlock it and unleash it, which you are putting in a lot of work. How do you balance just like life? One of the biggest things artists have a problem with is figuring out how to balance their life, still dedicate the right amount of time into their craft. And what's your method and your key to that?
Well, always remind myself first and foremost that I'm not perfect, and there's gonna be moments where things don't work out, and it's not gonna go the way I envision it. And I might have to like revisit the plan at a later time when the time appropriates it. Um, but in the midst of everything, I just take it one thing at a time. You know, even with my album, I did one song at a time. And as I did each song, I went back after and I just edited what needed to be edited, add another layer. Just taking it one day at a time. And then, I'm also a single mom, so I just make sure my daughter's taken care of, and I set the time aside for myself. Miss J always laughs at me because she's like, "You're a night bird," and I am. I I usually stay up all night long, and that's when I record music. That's when I write songs. That's when I make any kind of graphics. Y'all don't know I be making my own graphics most times. But my label's lovely, and they make a lot of stuff for me too. So
Most
it's
definite.
you
The
know
the the, en-
I guess
the energies match. The energies match. We love the energy. It's fueling and it's reflective. So it's most definitely matched. The chat earlier, Vocab said, "We love you, Golden," and Berg just said, "Happy Golden, the birthday girl." He wanted to shout you out. So I wanted to most definitely shout you out. My man Brooker O said, "Miss BBT." Let's talk a little bit since we on that. Let's talk about like the name and like it's in your face, and let's talk about the direction and what did you want people to get from big bougie type shit.
big bougie type shit is a statement. It's a statement of uh, you don't allow anybody to tell you no, and you're gonna go get it no matter what. So if you're a go getter, if you about your bag, if you don't let anybody get in your way, you be on big bougie type shit. And I felt like the best way to describe that was to make songs that describe what I was saying, and then have my family and my friends explain to you why I am big bougie type shit.
That
Um,
was that was dope. That was dope. That was a dope concept to have the people coming in, giving you your flowers on the project in between the records, giving just the animation of, the expression of what you wanted to say.
Right.
Most definite. Now, you're hailing out of Long Beach. You repping your town. You repping hard. Like in your city, would you say your style of music is genuine from the core, or you developed into a whole new morph of what Long Beach could look for?
I feel like not even, although I'm big, I'm big Long Beach. I feel like my style represents the entire West Coast. That's why, I have the song West Coast, because I feel like I incorporate every part of the West Coast in the way that I adjust my music. I'm not overly sexual. I'm not overly barred up. I'm not overly poppy. I included every part of it. I included the fun. I included the talking shit. I included the aggressiveness. I included the sexiness. Um, so I don't think I invented something. I feel like I unified a sound. I unified the entire West Coast sound with what I'm doing.
I like that. You unified it. You didn't invent, you unified the sounds. I could see that. I could see that. I like that. I like that. I like that. What you feel from your music, if no one knew where you was from, and I just came across your music on Apple or Spotify and I'm listening to it, and what are you hoping the typical listener gets from your music?
Believe it or not, I hope y'all feel empowered by my music. I hope that you find a bar or two or a whole song that amps you up to do what you need to do to be on your big boost type shit. So I want you to feel inspired when you listen to my music. I don't want you to feel like my aggressiveness is coming out of like I'm violent. I want you to take it as like it's tough love. I'm giving you the words you need to fuel yourself and get out there and go get it.
Tough love. I love it. I love it. I like the approach. I like the approach. And how could you not, especially with the dope music that we have? We have some more questions, and this question, I don't know if this is an inside joke or a question, but they said, who is Uncle Spud?
Your Uncle Spud.
I, I'm Uncle Spud. Miss J. Okay, I was wondering. Miss J said, "Who's Uncle Spud?" I was like, "I want to know who's Spud. That's a cool name."
So, so your Uncle Spud because one day you were on live and you were listening to Monster like back again after some time, and you were like,
Oh man, we lost a signal. Just when the story was coming in, we lost a signal. We
"Y'all
lost.
back?"
Yeah, you back. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, you back.
cool, cool, cool. Okay, so you were on live one day and you said you were listening to Monster again, and you were like, "Wow, Golden, I didn't know you said that. Like, you made me feel like, dang, I was like your uncle, and like you shouldn't be saying that." And so I said when I started asking you for a feature, I said I'll make sure I'm appropriate, so Uncle is satisfied.
That's too funny. That's too funny. Yeah, I remember the first. I always tell a story. We was playing it on the A&R desk, and usually when the songs are playing on the A&R desk, it gives me a time to queue up what's going on and read emails. And she just was like, "Yo, I'm that big bougie bitch from the West Coast," and it was just so demanding. It was just so attention grabbing that I was like, "Okay." It geared me from everything I was doing, and I was like, "I need to listen. I'll get to these emails after this record." And your sound most definitely demands that greatly. And just to give you your flowers, I think that's you have many talents and many skills, but that is one. Your voice, the power in your voice, is very instrumental to how people hear you. So we do got a question from Bella. Bella said, are you quiet before hitting the stage, or you're hyped up when you go get to the crowd?
I'm actually extremely quiet. Day of show, I usually don't answer my phone. I don't talk to people. I'm just relaxed. I'm trying to not even thinking about the performance. I'm just really just unpacking the entire situation. I'm just unpacking what Sorry.
No, no, it's okay. I know you on the move. You on the we actually on her intermission. This is her birthday run, y'all. So we catching her on go right now. We catching her on go.
Yes. So usually before a show, like I said, I'm quiet, I'm shut down, I'm locked in. I usually listen to all calm music, so I don't even listen to my own music. I listen to any song that's super, super, super chill. Usually like conscious rap. Right now, my favorite song is "I Come in Peace" by Drew Gaddafi. That's my favorite song. And
Okay.
then right after that, on the playlist is "It's Been a Minute."
Ah,
So
that's what's up. That's what's up.
yeah, so why I was bugging you about that song being on Apple is because I needed it on the playlist.
Yes, yes, that is most definitely what's up. Speaking of performances, you really hit the stage real actively and so easily. I think that's why even Nasia Bella, who's a performer herself, asked that question. How do you feel about artists now in general compared to just recording and performances, and how important is that to artists' careers?
Um, I feel like a lot of times, especially now since there's so many of us artists in the game now. There's so many of us. Um, if you don't perform, you're hindering yourself. You're not allowing yourself to expand in a way. You don't expand your fan base when you don't perform. You don't expand your creativeness when you perform because when you get on the stage and you perform and it's well received and then you get off, it take a while to get off of that like high of being on stage. So like I just did August Fest. Y'all, it took me a week to kind of calm down. Like it took me a week to kind of calm down from that excitement and that energy and that rush. And I just had so many ideas. I just was coming up with so many ideas. And I know my label was like, don't you need a minute? And I'm like, but I want to do that and this and that. And when you don't have things that excite you like that in your career, like in your development, it hinders you. You kind of stay complacent. You don't come up with new ways to sound. You don't come up with new ways to look. Even my look at the August Fest was a trial. I just was like, let's see if this works. And it was comfortable and I was cool and the point was well driven. So when you don't do that, you hinder yourself, and it's very important. Like I said, it's gonna unlock another level of creativeness. It's gonna unlock a level of confidence in you. A lot of people I know, even at the August Fest, they had never performed before. Like it's never been this experience
Wow.
performing. So, like when I performed at the August Fest, a lot of people were really shocked to see my performance. They were like, "Wow, you rap and you dance, and like you kept going, like you didn't get tired." I'm like, "No, this is what I love to
To
do."
do.
And when you don't take that time to perfect it, you go on stage and you look crazy. You go on stage and you lose more confidence because you didn't take the time to pour into yourself. So it's a very important factor in your development. You don't perform, you're missing out on a very good chunk of what it takes to be a star.
Yeah, that's probably I don't want to put a ratio on it, but it's a very large amount to what you got to do to be an artist in the performance. I see performing is a good question that is coming up, and Nasia Bella also asks, "Are you nervous? When you got to get on stage?"
Certain places, I think I'm more nervous when I perform for home. You know, I don't know why, but being home makes me a little more nervous because it's like these are the people I grew up with. These are the people I see on a regular basis. You know, out and about in the streets, they can see me at any time. So
Yeah,
it does make me a little more nervous when I perform at home. I was nervous before August Fest. Heck, I was nervous before August Fest auditions, y'all. I was in the bathroom shaking. I was going through it. I had to call my best friend. I'm like, best friend, I'm nervous. And she was like, what? You're never nervous. And I'm like, I know, but I'm nervous today. But you just remember who you are and what you do.
My saying is nervousness is a reminder you want it to go well. So anytime I'm nervous, it's just a reminder like, okay, I need this to pop off the way I need it to pop off. So it's just a reminder. Nervousness is the reminder. We have some more questions on the feed, and they were asking, does your lyrics come from real life situations? And then they put dot 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 pull up.
Miss Jackson must have asked that. Yes, and I think she wants me to tell y'all the story of that. Yes, my lyrics do sometimes come from like real life experiences. A lot of times, I kind of I'm not really a very emotional person, like surfacely.
Okay.
So I try to like find other ways to like let out my emotions. So sometimes I just gotta make a song, and I will have been in a relationship, and that person had a whole nother relationship, and so it was like a lot of chaos going on, and it basically came down to a situation where the girl called me and she told me to pull up.
Oh.
This was the day I did not have my kids, so I pulled up and I sat outside for 2 hours. I said in the song 1 hour, but it really was like 2 hours, y'all. And I just was waiting for her to come down. I sent people upstairs to come down because I knew she was at someone's mother's house, so I'm not gonna disrespect nobody's mama.
Respect.
So you know, I did what I needed to do, and I stayed there, but she never came. And
Yo, you
so
you
I
you
still had
you
a lot.
wanted to smoke, yo.
Oh
You
yeah,
She said, "Oh yeah."
she said something about my kid, and that's where I draw the line. You can say whatever you want about me. Like you guys have to realize I'm like my skin is tough.
Mhm.
I've been a big girl my whole life. I've heard every joke in the planet. You cannot get through me by saying words. Words mean nothing to me. Unless we talk about a song, then that's different.
Okay.
Words mean nothing to me, and that's what it came down to. She said something on my kid, and I said, "All right, sit. I'm not gonna fight with my kid." So my kid was gone. So
He was
and
like,
she was,
"Okay, let's
and
let's have this conversation now." What you was saying about my kids?
oh no, there was no more conversation. There was no more conversation. I was done with the conversation. But yeah, I left a couple times, but then she called me and told me to come back, and I came back. She never came down, and so now we have a big one,
Let me
which
have.
is the story.
Yeah,
And there,
we.
that's probably the most accurate song I've ever written, like to the T. Like that's literally what happened. Every single lyric in there is exactly true. Like
Now you
to,
you you formulate songs and lyrics very well, very well. Was there a long range of practice in that? Did someone give you an outline? Was there an artist that you kind of like saw how they was formulating and you, or this just came to you?
um, a mixture of all of it. Um, I told you guys my brother used to write songs for me.
Yeah.
So he kind of taught me the basic structure of like what you would do like back in the day. So a hook, a verse, a hook, a verse, a special hook, and then an outro. So that's what I've always been used to. But as I've like you know listened to other music, so I like a lot of styles, y'all. So I'm not just influenced by hip hop. I love R&B. I grew up in church, so gospel music is very inspiring to me.
Nice.
Um, I love country music because country music got some lyrics, y'all.
They do.
If y'all trying to step y'all lyric game up, y'all need to go listen to country music and match your energy to that, because they be saying some stuff.
That is true.
Um, and I like rock music too. I do like rock music, so a little bit of aggression comes from there. We could say that. Um, and then working with different engineers kind of helped me start to put new like modern twists to it. Kind of showed me how you could play around with that format, that basic format. Um, so that they kind of helped me kind of helped me develop my sound altogether. Shout out to Maine. Shout out to Sona. They helped me a lot.
Okay. And now, speaking of engineering, you even engineered yourself. Like, you just like, yo, I'm gonna do. I mean, you won the Is It a Smash? You got a Pro Tools setup, and it was like the next show you submitted a record that you did yourself. How important was it for you, even if it's still a learning curve? How important it is not just for you, for the artist, to have an understanding of how to process, their own music.
It's honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I never wanted to do none of that. Uh,
She was like, look, I didn't want to do none of that.
I didn't want to do none of that. I never wanted to learn how to like record myself. I don't want to click, click, click. I don't want to do that. But when it comes down to it, when my engineer is telling me that this is something I should learn, so that if I'm out and about and I'm not around my engineer, my normal engineer who knows my sound, who knows how I, should be on a song, how I should sound, when I sound weird, when I don't sound weird. Just listening to the advice he gave me, I was like, this is something I should learn. And then also just learning, realizing that sometimes engineers don't do what you want them to do. Um,
That is true.
I, I'm not gonna wait a long time. I'm just gonna figure it out myself.
And get
Um,
it done.
so yeah, once again, another action of big bougie type shit. Cause I wasn't waiting. I wasn't waiting, y'all. If y'all know me, I will go figure it out myself. Even if I fail tremendously, I will still figure it out, and I will take the feedback. I'm not afraid of feedback, so it was no reason not to try. And honestly, that made my songwriting better. That made the level and the energy that I put in my songs a lot better. 'Cause now I know what goes into it, and I'm a big performer. Y'all should know that by now. Listening to show tracks is really the thing that got me, because
Mm,
no, it gets show tracks like I wanted to, and it was
gotcha.
because they were recording me in a way that it didn't make it stand out to them. So a lot of people now only do like one track, and then it's like their whole verse, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's no ins. They like chop it up and stuff and make ad libs that way, which I have my time of being spoiled with that too. But this way, I was able to make my show mixes what I wanted. So August 1st, I made that show mix because I knew what
What you wanted.
yeah, I knew what I wanted, and I knew how I wanted to sound on the stage. And I know when I'm gonna run out of air. So they don't know that. I know that. So it just kind of cut the middleman type thing and just learn it so that if you ever are in a scramble, you could do it on your own.
You could do it on your own. You're not binded and stuck to someone else's time frame. Now, there's a fun fact in the chat about you, and the fun fact in the chat is that you customize your own outfits for your stuff and your dancers for performances. Is this true?
Yes, absolutely.
The
Um,
hustle.
in that time frame of me not doing music, I was designing clothes. I love clothes. I'm a big clothes head. More than I am a sneakerhead, although I don't think I'm gonna have a choice but to be a sneakerhead in the future. So
Okay,
y'all might see me step out, just to
I ain't
say.
mad. I ain't gonna be mad at you. I ain't gonna be mad at you.
But yes, I design clothes, the outfits for myself and the dancers. I designed those. I made those. I put it together. They actually have more outfits that y'all have not seen, that are like a little more intense. And I applied that to some big bougie type shit merch. So y'all will see very soon.
Bang bang. I love it. I love it. Now I'm gonna merge a question that's in the chat. And this question is going to be merged with that as well as a question directly for me and just a genuine question. We had the privilege of collaborating and signing you with, SHU Music Group and working with you. How has that experience been for you as an artist? Good, bad, and the ugly. Just to give a look of what collaborating and working with other people who believe in you, what it means and stands for.
Um, for me, signing with you guys, the SHU Music Group, it meant a lot to me. I tell you guys all the time that there's a lot of haters, there's a lot of naysayers, there's a lot of people who don't believe that I can do what I'm doing and do it at a big level. And for you guys to sign me, I knew that you guys seen what I seen. Like I said, my song West Coast, they don't see the vision, so I make them wait on it. And that's what I just made them wait. And when I waited, I found the right people. When I found the right people, it made sense. It connected. It made me feel empowered to be who really I am, and to do it the way I want to do, and let me know that I was on the right path. And so when I signed with you guys, it just kind of made me feel more supported in a world where there's not much support.
I dig it.
And for any artist, support is the biggest thing. That's what makes you an artist, feeling the support, getting having the fan base, and having people who believe in what you're doing, because this is something it's rare. Like it's rare for it to pop.
Yeah.
It's not see it. It's just that it's so many people in the world that it's rare, and it's not an option. It's not an easy thing to access. And knowing that I've been able to access it, and I'm sorry, this might sound a little cocky, y'all, but knowing that I've been able to access it in the amount of time that I've been serious about music.
No, talk. It's real. That ain't even cocky. That's real. Put it this way. Not only in the amount of time that you were able to do it, but you were signed before. So you had the value. You said, I'm going to school. I ain't even doing this. You come back and get signed again, and people could still feel and see the value to want to collaborate and put forward to that. That's a beautiful thing. So that ain't being cocky. And if it is, be cocky, because you put in the work. You put in the work. With that, I want to take a quick second before we keep going. So if you got any questions in the chat, whether you on TikTok or Instagram, I want to go into Hustle Up just as a tribute to this lady's grind. So check this out, y'all. This is Hustle Up. This is off the BBTS, Big Bougie type shit. That's out right now on all platforms. Go cop it, buy it, playlist it, all that. But let's check this out, y'all. This is Hustle Up, and we'll be right back with the set.
SHU Studio. We gon' fuck it up, bitch.
Fuck it up, bitch, gon' fuck it up. Act bad, have some class, run it up. If you bout your money, gon' count it up. If you ain't got it, bitch, gon' hustle up. Fuck it up, bitch, gon' fuck it up. Act bad, have some class, run it up. If you bout your money, gon' count it up. If you ain't got it, bitch, gon' hustle up. Got a bad bitch in me, got a bad bitch with me. Always done the fuck up, always looking real pretty. Bitches stay in they lane, cause they know I got it with me. I don't gotta run gang, get your nigga home with me. I've been running through your city, call it conquest. Ain't nobody fucking like me, ain't no contest. Wanna see me do it right, here's the context. They be talking, but don't ever put it to the test. I'ma rub it in his face, cause he like that. He gon' eat it like it's cake and be right back. I don't gotta play it safe, cause he like that. Make him wanna sign a kitty, cause he pipe that.
Gon' fuck it up, bitch, gon' run it up. Boss moves only, we the first runners up. Stay stepping on it next, really don't give a fuck. You ain't a four-leaf core, bitch, you ran out of luck.
Bitch. A broke bitch wouldn't understand shit. Out here waiting for a nigga or a tip. You can get it on your own type shit. I done got it out the mud times 10.
I'ma count that shit up, then I'ma add that shit up.
Keep on gassing it up.
Shake that ass and it's up.
Better back your shit up.
Cause I thrash your shit up.
Ain't no passing us up.
Cause our hustle is up.
Fuck it up, bitch, gon' fuck it up. Act bad, have some class, run it up. If you bout your money, gon' count it up. If you ain't got it, bitch, gon' hustle up. Fuck it up, bitch, gon' fuck it up. Act bad, have some class, run it up. If you bout your money, gon' count it up. If you ain't got it, bitch, gon' hustle up.
Bitches better come record, bitch, don't come at all. We stay stacking paper, yeah, we want it all. When shit hit the fan, who you finna call? All my niggas gon' pull up and they gon' risk it all. All these bitches bumping guns make it make sense. Bitches claim to be the best, but that don't make sense. These bitches claiming rich, but that's a fake flex. Baby scamming people's banks with them fake checks.
Me and Adrian pulling up, finna make it hot. Blazing through your fucking city, we gon' take the shot. Rolling fast in the lane, we ain't gotta stop. All black with the cash, reaching for the top. Count that shit up,
Then I'ma add that shit up.
keep on gassing it up.
Shake that ass and it's up.
Better back your shit up.
Cause I thrash your shit up.
Ain't no passing us
Cause
up.
our hustle is up.
Fuck it up, bitch, gon' fuck it up. Act bad, have some class, run it up. If you got your money, gon' count it up. If you ain't got it, bitch, gon' hustle up. Fuck it up, bitch, gon' fuck it up. Act bad, have some class, run it up. If you got your money, gon' count it up. If you ain't got it, bitch, gon' hustle up.
That right there was Hustle Up. Yo, I love the back and forth. I love the sequence of that. That was well done. There was fire emojis dancing all through the chat on that one right there. That's
Like that one.
that one right there. Anytime I need to be productive, I don't know, it just finds me. Like, it'll be playing and I'll be like, oh, I need to get this done, and it gets me going. It gets me going. Now we know that it's evident that you put in the hustle and the grind. You know, this is evident. This has been seen. This is the only question. If you know MJMG presents SHU Radio, there's only one question that remains the same throughout every episode. There's only one question. And if you could look at the young Golden and tell yourself something, Golden, what I'm curious to know that. What would you tell yourself if you could look back and drop some gems on the younger version of you?
Don't be afraid to pop your shit.
That's classic Golden right there. That's classic Golden. You gotta put the parentheses and quotation marks on that one. Don't be afraid to pop your shit. Do you feel when you were younger you kind of was skeptical or laid back and basically like popping your shit?
No, I've always been like this confident. I just say I was like more subtle about it. So like, rather than just kind of being direct and like setting my boundaries about it, like it would take a lot before I would actually, pop my shit. It was like to the point where I was like about to flip out, and then I'll be like, now I'm popping my shit. So
Gotcha.
Now it's like, now I've just developed it to where I'm just popping my shit all the time. And you get with the program or you can get on.
We're gonna pop my shit, and if you ain't with the program, I will pull up. Like,
I will pull up.
I will pull up. Nah, salute.
I tell everybody, all my friends know, I will pull up. I will pull up.
Yes, indeed. And if I got to, I'm gonna make a song about it later.
Oh no, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen.
Without doubt. That's the transition. Like that's the order of things. It's gonna happen.
Yes. So if you have wronged me in the past month or two, don't worry. Their song's coming.
I respect that. We most definitely in the era of everybody getting their flowers, and even though taking away that you are SMG's first lady and ties, separating just all that, I just wanted to take this time to give you your honor, because flowers do die but honor lasts forever. Seeing your dedication, even before us really working and buckling in, watching how you attack the music and the music that you put in, and watching you outside of just my platform and others, seeing you active in different places and coming back and giving yourself that chance is most definitely a testimony to someone who really wants to put the effort into their work and their energy, and it is an amazing outline for today's artists. There's so much hardship, red tape, things that we could use to put against ourselves, to put ourselves down and not put the efforts in, and that's what I'm saying with your grind and your dedication, that's even with the absence of knowing what day-to-day life is for you to make it from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, being a mother, being a daughter, being a friend, being all the things in between, and still putting the efforts in to your craft and your expression to share with us. I just want to give you a super round of applause for that and give you your flowers. People, I could send an email. I could be doing something, right? I could be doing something on Apple, and I hit enter, and then she'll reply like, "Got it." I'd be like, "God damn, she be she be on it." I just sent it. Like, I just hit enter, and she be like, "Hey Spud, got it. I'm on it." And I'm like, "Damn." I sometimes I don't got nothing else to say. I just be like, "Golden, you on it?" Like, it be so fast. And those are the parts of the grind and the efforts that people don't see, and then they wonder why people be in situations and why people giving this person attention or why things are happening. It be those small things that add to the big picture of what this grind is. Now, I know Miss J, your lead A&R and all that. So Miss J, just chill what I'm about to say, just chill, because as soon as I say, she like, "No, you gotta come to me." Make sure Miss J probably laugh. But 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 if people looking for you, Miss J be on it. But if people looking for you and they want to get some more information and possibly want to try to collaborate or whatever, like, what's the best way for people to tap in, man? Tell people where to get you and what's going on with you, man. Put that on blast.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at Golden562 _. You guys can DM me, but you will have to be scouted and doubted, vetted by my A&R. She do gotta check you out. I'm not very picky. I'm very strategic with collaborations and features, but I am very open. I don't expect you to be like me. I don't expect you, to do anything out of the ordinary. If we vibe and whatever we're doing makes sense, then it makes sense. And that's pretty much how my A&R is gonna do it too. So you guys can DM me. And let's see if the vibe is right, because I'm not going to even send you to her if the vibe isn't there. I'm very, very protective over my energy. So, yeah, just DM me and we can talk. You can see if the energy and the vibe is right. And then from there, you can talk to Miss Jackson. That's MJMG Presents in the chat. And she'll kind of line it up and let you know, like, where in my list of projects I can work with you.
Miss Jackson said, "Golden, why you laughing?"
Y'all, Miss Jackson don't play about me, okay? I'm just letting you know right now, Miss Jackson don't play about me. And she's gonna come get y'all if y'all do something wrong. So
She don't play. She don't play. Shout out to Miss J. Shout out to MJMG Presents. Um, you know, as an artist, and you spoke about even you vetting talent that come to you, just sharing to the artists that are on, whether you're on the MJMG Presents app or YouTube, Instagram or TikTok, how important it is to be on the same page with your team and the people around you.
if you're not on the same page, then you never get to the end. Somebody's always missing. You get what I'm saying? Someone's not there with you. I can't get to the top if my A&R has no idea what I'm doing. And a lot of people don't like to realize this, but there's a chain of how this works, especially as a signed artist. Yes, I have creative control of whatever I want to do, and 100% of the time, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. 100% of the time, my label be down for everything I say I want to do. But it's the communication. It's the fact that I let them know beforehand. I let them know when I'm there. They are the only people I talk to on show days. That I tell them, hey, I made it to my performance. I'm about to get ready to go on stage. This is how you can watch it, because obviously they are far from me. They're
Yeah.
not here. So, I do find ways for my people to watch me, or I send them videos. They're the first people. Before y'all get content, they get content. And I just keep the line of communications there. That way,
Love
if they
listening to
they
Golden
run
rap.
across opportunities for me that I don't know about, like I said, they're far away from me. Spud's in New York. Spud knows people in New York. I don't know people in New York because I'm not from New York and I've never been to New York. But if he doesn't know what I'm doing, he can't set something up for me.
That's right.
So we can't equally get to a goal if we're not equally communicated and working with one another.
Golden. That's why I fucks with you. That's why I fucks with you. No, it's as a music industry professional, it's really difficult. To it's so easy to get lost in people's talents. Like, oh, this person is dope, and not have that communication to build. Like you said something, if we're not on the same page, we can't get to the end. And that's most definitely a key element to when you're working with people. You know what I mean? That communication and figuring out what's the best way for people to grow. So, I wanted you to just share that. I know there's artists listening, and there's probably some creatives that are interested in working with other people. So that's very important. But Golden, I know, again, I wanted to. I wish I had like Michael Jackson vocals or something. I would have sang "Happy Birthday" for you, but I don't think people want to hear me sing "Happy Birthday." But again, I want to wish you a happy birthday. I know you took some time out of you still on your birthday grind right now, so we're gonna let you get to that. We're gonna let you get to that. But I did again just want to give you your flowers and saying we loving the work. We look forward to what the work got to go and where it's gonna go, and we look for all the people, all the naysayers. We gonna get them to say yeah because they gonna have no choice. Miss J said the first lady of SHU. Shout out to Golden562. That rhymed right there. That was a bar. That was a bar right there. Shout out to you. Before I let you go, is there anything? Is there anything? Miss J said, "Yo, she got Cash App." She's like, "Yo, Miss J trying to put some money in your pocket." She said, "You got Cash App. Put that on blast."
I like drinks. I like nice shiny things. So y'all can send me Cash App. Dollar sign, Golden Ed. Um, y'all can run that up. I do take donations. No, just kidding. So, if y'all know me, I literally put everything I get into taking care of my family, taking care of music, and making sure I progress to the next level. It's never on no. I'm actually a lot more selfless than y'all think.
Shout out to Golden. She is. She is. You are a beautiful soul, Golden. I've even in the midst of Golden's frustration, there's a lot of back end stuff that sometimes we in the huddle. When we in the huddle, we like, oh man, we gotta make it happen. And one thing for certain, she always got us. There's always a dimple. She always got that dimple popping. There's always a smile on Golden's face. She said, you know what? I'm just gonna make it work. We just gonna make it work. So, shout out to you, Golden. Again, happy birthday to you. Enjoy the rest of your day, your week, your month. Man, close the year out with your birthday, but enjoy it to the max. Thank you for joining and giving us that time today.
Thank you so much. Make sure y'all go stream BBTS
That's right.
and Big. Run it up.
Run it
If
up,
you're not
y'all.
the Cash
She,
App, go
she
sing the song.
That's right. That's right. Well, you have a good night. I know you got the team waiting on you right now. You got the squad waiting on you right now. So join your squad and have a great night.
Thank you. Bye, you guys. Thank y'all
Later.
for having.
Have a great
Make sure y'all
night.
follow me too if y'all not following me.
That's right. Follow Golden562 on Instagram. Shout it out. Have a good one, Golden.
Have a good one.
All right. Shout out to everybody that's on right now. That was Golden562. Yo, she from Long Beach. She from Long Beach, California. Before we go, I'm gonna play some more music. I'm gonna play the anthem part one. This is the song that actually sets off her project, BBTS, big bougie type shit. I just want to share real quick when Golden was coming on the A&R desk. That's how I got introduced to her. She submitted to the A&R desk, and we played her music, and her music made an impact, made a very good impact. And we had the Is It a Smash competition, which is a competition. We actually, we have, shout out to Tatiana Music, who was our last Is It a Smash champion. Salute to her. We got to sit down with her, so salute to her. Your prophet, I see you. And, but Golden came on a time where the competition was for a Pro Tools license. and she won the Pro Tools license. And the songs that she submitted that day, she waited. She was indecisive if that was the song she wanted to use, and she submitted it and she won. And there's two things I want to say about that. Sometimes as an artist, we be so in our head with a certain perspective, we might lose our opportunity because we're gearing it against ourselves. So she could have been like, nah, that ain't the song, and missed the opportunity, but she won. And then Miss J, when they was like, Spud, we got SHU Music Group, what about Golden? You think you would sign Golden? And I was like, yo, I like Golden. I like her grind. I see what she does. I like the fact that when she won the Pro Tools, the very next show, she was like, yo, I did this myself. I recorded with the Pro Tools. And I was like, man, it's beautiful to see an artist utilize what they won, right? And I told Miss J, yes, I would. And Miss J sat down and had a conversation with her. And boom. We put the pen on the line and we made it happen. And from then we were able to drop Big One, which was the introduction to it. She's actually featured on Don't Worry with K4 on that song. And then we dropped her first project album, BBTS. That's Golden562. The album's called BBTS. Check that out. This song right here is the first song on the project. This is called Anthem Part 1. Let's take a listen to this, and we might play one or two more before we close the night, y'all. But let's check this out. This is the Anthem.
Welcome to the big bushy type shit.